welcome back to my channel. It's DJ and I'm back with another video. Today we'll be talking about the comparisons that have been surfacing online between Halle Bailey and India Love. So Halle is a singer, songwriter, and actress. She is signed by Roc Nation, I believe, and was managed by Beyonce. Her and her sister, Chloe Bailey, were a duo back in the day. They used to make music together. Now they split off on their own and now they make their own music. Halle Bailey was the Little Mermaid in the new Little Mermaid movie that recently came out, I think last year or the year before that. And she also has a child with streamer and YouTuber rapper DDG. India Love is a kind of just internet personality. No, not personality. She's like an internet Instagram baddie. That's what she is. Y'all probably seen pictures of her back in the day. Like, she's been big online for a really long time now. And recently she was in Streamer University. She was one of the professors, along with many others. And I guess her and DDG have a thing going on. I'm not too sure if it's for real or if it's just like for marketing, publicity. I don't know. But regardless, they have something going on as it seems to the public eye. People have been thinking it's okay to literally post side-by-side pictures of Halle Bailey, DDG's, the mom of DDG's son, and India Love on the internet. I'm just gonna, we're gonna go over some of the screenshots I have here because this is crazy. This is insane. I was just scrolling on my Facebook, la-di-dee-la-di-da. Now, I don't even know if this stuff has been on TikTok or Instagram. I'm sure it's on the Shade Room. I'm pretty sure it's on the Shade Room. So, this picture here. I came across this picture here. The person that posted said, ain't saying DDG right, but he damn sure ain't wrong. Hashtag Haley, hashtag India Love. The dude shared it, said, mind you, these be the same dudes talking about, I need me a natural woman. And it was a dude saying that. So freaking real, bro. I had to comment on it like, bro, we need more dudes like you in our society. Because for real, that's the first thing that came to my mind. It's like, a lot of the dudes I've talked to in the past before I got in a relationship, or even just like hearing dudes talk here and there, they always want a natural woman. They don't want her to have her body done. They don't want her to have plastic surgery. They don't want her to be wearing makeup or all of this stuff, right? But then when it really comes down to it, that like the women that have those things, which no shade to them, India's bomb. India is so cute. She is so beautiful. No shade to them, but it's like those are the girls you go after, but in the same breath contradict yourself and say you don't want a girl that has all of that. Suspicious side eye for real. So I went down into the comments and y'all, I was getting heated by the comments low key. So somebody said, well, actually there was a lot of girls in the comments that were actually defending the dude that shared the post, like saying like, yeah, this is wrong. Why are we posting comparisons? Blah, 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 blah. But on the other hand, there were some people that were agreeing. So a girl said, you're slow if you don't think comparing women's bodies isn't body shaming. He was literally trying to justify that he wasn't body shaming. Okay. A dude said, Johnny Jones said, you're not shaming a dog. You just saying one pack of buns look better than the other. Just like you saying you watch DC over Marvel. Okay. You can have a preference, right? You can think India is more attractive than Halle, but like, why do you have to put Halle down though? Like, I just don't understand that part. Girl said, post your BM and your mammy real quick. I'm trying to see some. Oop. Oop. Oh my god. Dude said that posted this. Men can't have preferences, huh? Yes. Yes, you can have preferences. Everyone has preferences. However, you're putting someone down. He could have just posted India and been like, she bad or something. Like, you know, complimented India, right? But you decided to post both of them side by side as a comparison would be and say DDG ain't wrong. Like, what is that insinuating to you? Like, let's come on now. He said, not once did I say anything about bodies or looks. Y'all women started that. So what were you talking about then? You decided to take two pictures of both the girls that were standing and posing in a way that were showing their behinds and saying DDG ain't, like, come on now, bro. What was you talking about? You weren't talking about their face. You weren't talking about, and even then that would still be wrong, but you weren't talking about their face. You weren't talking about their personality. You weren't talking about what they have going on in their career. Like, come on now, bro. Come on now. The dude that posted this said, women love posting when they think a woman upgraded, but when men do, it's women bashing. A girl replied to him and said, because when women talk about upgrading, they don't talk about a man's body. But that's all men do when y'all talk about a man upgraded. Dot dot. At least from this post, that's what I'm getting. That's what all the girls got from this, because we're not slow. We know what you're talking about. And I'm sure all the men know what he's talking about too. They're just acting as if they're trying to deny the fact that this is body shaming, or maybe they're just simply not aware, and that's a problem as well. But anyways, that is so true. I feel like in most cases, I definitely see things where a woman was putting down a man. However, more often than not, a woman is talking about the money he has, the career he has, things like that, not posting a man's body and saying like, this is my preference, or somebody, you know, when a famous singer, songwriter, actress, whatever, gets a new boyfriend or husband, you don't see girls posting their ex-husband or their ex-boyfriend side by side and saying, oh, she's wrong for this, or she's right for this, da, da, da. And what is that, like, truthfully, y'all, what does that insinuate? Please comment down below. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Like, is he not insinuating that he's saying DDG is right because he's saying India looks better? And in this case specifically, her behind. Let's get that straight. He said, a girl said, comparing a mom bod to a BBL is crazy work. Such crazy work, y'all. And honestly, we're gonna get into that in a second. But like, are we for real? Are we for real? Like, for real? A girl said, crazy part is they can look the same with the right angle, but y'all are fried when it comes to your phones, bro. You guys do not understand that a lot of the pictures we're seeing are so perfectly curated with the right angle, the right lighting, the right clothes, all of it, right? And she's not right. Like, will they look exactly the same? No, because Halle does not have a BBL. However, I have seen pictures of Halle where she's standing similarly, and it is probably a better angle, better lighting, she has better clothes on that fits her body more better. And you know what I mean? So it's like, bro, like, that's so crazy. How y'all body shaming, and one had a BBL and the other one is natural? Like, what? Now y'all comparing natural bodies with surgeries? Fried. You guys have fried brains. You guys have brain rot, bro. A girl said, men, we prefer natural bodies. Also men. I felt really compelled to do this video because a topic like this, when it comes to body shaming, really hits home for me, because I don't know if I've talked about it before on my channel. I got slightly bullied back in the day because I was chubby. I was chubby for sure, and that's all people could talk about. On top of that, people used to talk about how I didn't have no butt, this and that, da, 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 da. Crazy, right? And mind you, during these times where I was getting called fat, people make fun of my butt, I was literally 6 to like 14, young, haven't even developed yet, not even full grown, haven't even grown into my body. So that is crazy. But these topics really do just hit home for me, because I feel like it's so crazy for people to literally go out their way to body shame people and make people feel bad for being in their own body, or it's crazy. And I just feel like the people were saying on there, like, you guys have no common sense, and like, you can really tell the internet is getting to people. I feel like if we didn't have phones and this was like back in the 1800s, like, not this situation, but if we were just back in the 1800s in general, we wouldn't, like, they definitely had beauty standards back then, and people were definitely, I'm sure there were people that were definitely like outwardly vocal about it and whatever and whatnot. However, the internet has made it so people are being fed delusions and being fed, like I said earlier, perfectly created images and content in general. So a lot of men, especially because they're not the ones that are taking these perfectly curated pictures a lot of the times, they don't understand that it'd be the angle, bro. It'd be the angle, the lighting, and the clothes. The angle, the lighting, and the clothes, makeup, hair definitely makes a difference. I found this other post that I came across on Facebook as well. Let me know if y'all seen this anywhere. So a girl said, what we're not about to do is act like this girl's not beautiful. 1 second y'all hate a pass around, can't stand BBLs, want a woman with a natural body and low body counts, but in the same breath, y'all trying to belittle and shame a woman that has all the qualities you so-called want for a pass around, quote, or parentheses, in parentheses, India. Halle is considered a good girl who is simply going through problems with the father of her child, and y'all literally going out y'all ways to body shame, slut shame, mom shame, and any shame y'all can this girl, especially when most of y'all moms, aunts, grandmas, sisters, cousins, and friends have similar body types and relationship problems. The BLK community is really toxic and full of projection. Calling her unattractive, ugly, and out of shape is to uplift India love has to be the most SSA backwards thing I've seen all day. Do better. She's effing gorgeous, and I agree 100%. Like I just don't understand, like, why you have to. You can uplift India but not degrade another woman in the same breath. Like, I just don't understand that part. And I just don't understand how you think, like, what does that do for you? And I just think more than anything else, like this person said here, it's projection. I think it's projection of you being insecure with your own self, to be honest, because it's like, why do you feel the need to comment on somebody else's body? And it's just like insane to me. That to me is like the problem with a lot of this content that's really like in the spotlight right now, is that it's really, if you really pay attention, it's mainly just centered on women. Like if you really look at it, it's centered on women. And also, why are we calling women balls? DDG, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like it genuinely makes me a little upset, like irritated. Like, bro, we are degrading women to objects now. That's crazy to me. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments about that. Anyways, y'all, that's all I have for y'all today. I am honestly kind of irritated by this topic because I just don't understand. But my conclusion here is just that people are fed delusions and they believe them, and if you don't become aware of that what you're consuming online is not real all the time and it's perfected and curated, like you will really be lost in the sauce for real. And when you get out in real life, like you'll be lost in the sauce. But also another conclusion of mine is that a lot of men, I don't want to say it, a lot of men just don't know what they want, for real. They don't know what they want. A lot of men say they want this, say they want that, say they want this, say they want that, but don't really know for real. I feel like a lot of the dudes, okay, no, I'm saying too much now. That's all I have for the conclusion, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to say too much and get canceled before I even blow up. Anyways, y'all, I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.
Yo, I was counting up an M on a private flight. Yo, all this chrome on my body like a medieval knight. I was fucking up a sack on that purple Sprite. Yeah, all my bitches beneficial, even told a pistol. Even blow it like a whistle, lie to officials. I'll drip you down in crystals if I know you're real. How you geeking out your body off a